Wishing you, my dear students, wishing you a happy morning full of optimism and hope. Let's start our today lesson, which is causative form. Traveiier 6, Unit 4, page 47. Causative form. First, what do you mean by causative form? Is it different from the active one we already use in English? Of course. First, look at that sentence number 1. I had my tooth taken out. This sentence is in the causative form. And in turn, look at sentence number 2. I took the passport out of my pocket. This one is in the active form. Okay? Now, as you can see, the first one in the causative form and the second one in the active form. Can you tell me now the difference between the causative form and the active one? As you can see, in the first sentence, it is a causative form because I'm not the one who took my tooth. Someone else, the dentist in this case, took my tooth. In the second one, I was the doer of the action. The subject is the doer of the action. So in brief, let's go to know probably what is the meaning of the causative form and how or when can I use it. Look at this structure. The causative form is a structure in English which begin with a subject plus have or get plus object plus past participle. So, for moreover, subject plus have plus object and finally past participle. This is the structure of causative form. When can I use it? And why don't I use the active one? I use the structure of the causative when we don't do something ourselves, but we arrange for someone else to do it for us. For example, when you say, I will cut my hair, that's you who will cut your hair. But if you said, I will have my hair cut, it means that someone else, in this case, is the barber, he will get or will cut your hair. So, the causative form is used when we don't do things ourselves. And we use the active or the normal structure of sentence in English, which begins with the subject, verb, and an object when we do the things ourselves. Now, let's go ahead to the different structures of causative in English. Let's go ahead to the table of different structures of causative in English. This is the main structure: subject plus have or get plus object plus past participle. For example, I have my hair cut. I have my hair cut. So, if you're asking me, are there any structures of causative? Yeah, there are a lot of structures in causative. For example, look at this table. The structure form of the causative in the present simple, progressive and past simple, past progressive and future. The present form of the causative is a subject plus have or has, then an object, then the past participle. As for the present progressive, a subject plus am, is, are, plus having, plus an object, then past participle. What about it in the past simple? use the subject then had with all the pronouns in the past, had, then an object, then a past participle. As for the past progressive, you should use the subject then, was, or were, plus having, plus object, plus past participle. And as for the future simple, whether with will or going to, you must put have, then the object, then the past participle. So, the causative form in English is the form which we can use to express that something which is happened for us and we don't or didn't do with ourselves. Now, let's go to the exercise for more breaths. Go back to your page 47 in your Traveiier 6 students book. Let's start with the first sentence. This is a dialogue between Jamie and Fred. Your task here is to decide which one of the sentence you can use in the causative and which one you can use it in the active. Of course, if you will have done the thing yourself, use the structure. And if you don't, use the causative form. Let's try with the first one. Jeremy, I'm sorry, but I can't fix the central heating problem myself. Fred, that's okay. We will have to fix it by a plumber. In the first sentence, I'm sorry, but I can't fix the central heating problem myself. Why? Because I am the person who can't fix it. So you will use it in the active form, which is subject, verb, and an object. Subject, which is I, can't, then put the verb directly, fix the central, which is the object. Okay, I'm sorry, but I can't fix the central heating problem by myself or myself. In the second sentence, we will have to call someone to fix it. So it will be in the causative form. Think about it. We will have to fix it or have it fixed. If you said we will have to fix it, it means that we are the persons who will fix it, and that's not right. That's not true, of course. We aren't a plumber. We aren't plumbers to fix it. So we will say it in the causative form. We will have to have it fixed. Have plus an object and plus a past participle. It will be like this. Have it fixed. Of course, you can use get or have. Both of them are right. As for the sentence number 3, why did you come in by bus today? This sentence I will help you. Try to put it in the active or causative form, but in the present progressive. Try it. Are you servicing your car, or are you having your car serviced? Of course, I'm not a mechanic. I'm not the one who will service or repair my car. I'm not a mechanic, so there is someone else who will do it for me. So you must use a causative. Are you having your car serviced? This, as for this dialogue, Saif and Ahmed, I cut my hair. Is it me who cut my hair? Is it me who cut my hair myself? No, the barber cut my hair. So, is it a causative or an active? Is it a causative or an active? Of course it is a causative form. So you can use I have or had my hair cut. Of course you must decide which tense is it. You can see here when it is preceded by the past progressive, which is used with was or were having plus my hair then cut. I was having my hair cut. Which tense is it? This is the past progressive causative. Okay, now let's go to the next point. Number 5. Make your mind a little. What are you going to do about your computer? I'm not going to repair it myself or let someone, a technician, to repair it. Decide which one you will use. If you will be the one who'll do it, use it in the active. And if you aren't, you must use the causative form. Of course you are not a technician, so we must use it in the causative form. I'm not going to have it repaired by a technician. Have it repaired by a technician. And as for the last one, I will buy or have a new one bought. Of course I'm the person who will pay. I'm the person who will pay. So I am the person who does the action. So put this sentence in the active form. I will buy a new one. As for number 7 and 8, Tracy and Jessica. Tracy, the Jacksons paint their house every year. The Jacksons, the people in Jackson family, paint their house. Are they the painters who painted the house? Of course no, they aren't. So you must put it in the causative. Do the Jacksons have their house painted? Not exactly, they can't afford it. So they themselves. This sentence must be written in the active because they are the ones who painted it. So they painted it themselves. And the last two, Robert and Pete, will be, of course, as you can see, and make your mind about them. And broke them because the bark yesterday and broke them. He was the one who broke it. And to this point, I came to the last of our lesson today. I wish you could understand, and for more practice, go ahead to your activity book, page 33, with Godspeed.